if the stock market holding data is anything to go by, today the domestic holding via mutual fund route or by individual investors for the first time has crossed FIs, which means that Indian investors own more shares than what foreign institutionals currently own. आपका भी फोन बज रहा है, आपका भी फोन बज रहा है, आपका भी बज रहा है एक साथ. So, my point is, do you think the trend of this financial inclusion is a real trend, and how large this trend could become in the next 5 years and then 10 years?
Yeah. I think the way I see is, I think we must also just go back in the memory. The entire awareness creation about investing in the financial instruments, capital market instruments, through the mutual funds, as well as in the stock market, started somewhere in 2012. Serious activities, which call it the financial literacy programs. The mutual fund together undertook the responsibility of improving the financial literacy in the country, took it very seriously. In fact, we got the significant support from even SEBI as a regulator, asking us to keep aside some portion of the money only towards the promotion of mutual funds and financial saving in the country. And these activities are not done alone by the mutual fund. It was done together with NSE, BSE, in terms of improving the importance of investing in equity. Because the power of compounding actually is a lot higher in the equity investing. Therefore, that's why we started. The number what Sandeep mentioned about 10 lakh crore size become about 60 lakh crore size, we must also look at the number from a different angle. While the 10 will become 60, 70, 7 times increase. The same time that 10, it was actually 2 lakh crore was the equity. 8 lakh crore was the debt. It was predominantly mutual fund the early part of the year. It used to be the fixed income component was the dominant component of the mutual fund. Today, equity component of the mutual fund industry now is the dominant component. It's almost about 60% average of assets and management coming from equity, which essentially means equity cult in the country has improved quite significantly. The second is the last few years. Earlier, we used to think about mutual fund means is only Mumbai and Delhi and large cities. Therefore, the penetration in the deeper parts of the country were not happening as much as it used to happen. Where I used to still remember, Ashish used to always mention about the stock exchange has become so powerful, you can execute the trade in nanoseconds. So nanoseconds, not many would even hear about it, but he always used to use nanoseconds. That actually increased the connectivity in the country. The same way, mutual fund also got penetrated in the deeper parts of the country. That's why I think the B15, B30 when it came. Today, almost about 23% of the equity assets under management coming from cities other than top 30 cities, which essentially means people have adopted mutual fund as the one of the vehicle investors. This actually helped in market as well. The last, of course, is the in the number of unique investors we talked about. The folios also, of course, keeps rising, and that's again coming from the large flows in the form of an SAP is coming. But other point, if we have to look at it from a market point, we mentioned about $4.5 trillion market cap, which is almost about 140% of the Indian GDP size today in terms of our current market cap. But again, we look at the experience of investors who came in actually in the last, I think in the last 3 years, the industry number of customer base that got added almost doubled. There were all new customers. When the new customer comes to the market and they have seen actually a one-way and up movement, and the experience for the investors also is very good. Therefore, it actually boosts the confidence. As a result of this experience, so as a result of the alternate not being as attractive as an equity from a power of compounding point of view, a mutual fund vehicle now is becoming actually primary investment vehicle for investors. I think the significant consideration. Even at the industry level, me and Sandeep, we all used to debate in those days, mutual fund subject to market risk. Is it making people to come and invest or making actually people not invest? There used to be always a perceived notion that mutual fund subject to market risk is actually driving away the investors. Today, nothing has changed. Mutual fund subject market risk, it remains the same tone, with the same voice, the same speed. And what has actually preceded the mutual fund subject market is actually mutual fund sahi hai. Right? That's what preceded. Therefore, it boosts the confidence. So, therefore, my belief is mutual funds becoming a primary investment vehicle for investors. And equity, having seen the last 10, 15 years, 20 years return, if you look at it, and the way I think the earlier section with Arvind Panagare, we talked about the next 10 years, if you have to look at the economic growth, I think clearly, power of compounding actually remains very, very promising, not only just for the growth of the economy, even for the market point of view. Therefore, I think equity and asset class will continue to be the primary vehicle for savers in the country.